Today we are starting a new student council tradition, a presidential farewell address. It is truly an honor to be the first to deliver this message to all of you. I have always loved writing speeches and delivering them, but this one was particularly difficult. And I wish more than anything that I could be saying this in person and that I could see all of your faces as I stand at the podium one last time. Serving as your executive board president has been an absolute honor and dream come true, and I am still in shock that it came to such an abrupt end. My journey to e-board was not really a traditional one. I was not my class president for all 3 years leading up to my election, like most people envision an exec board president to have done. Some people could say that this was a weakness, a flaw in my campaign even, but I liked that about my leadership history. I like the fact that I wasn't your standard candidate for a president. It shows that you don't have to be a certain type of person in order to win. I was on student council my freshman and sophomore years. In my junior year, I was involved in almost every event under the sun and did everything except for actually being on student council. Something that some of you might not know is that I ran for executive board vice president when I was a sophomore, going into my junior year. This was quite possibly one of the scariest things I've ever done, but at the same time, one of the most fulfilling. And it is definitely something that I encourage all underclassmen to consider. By unexpectedly putting myself out there as a sophomore, not only did I prove to myself that I had what it takes to be a leader, but I showed my peers and my teachers that my passion and love for student council wasn't superficial. I didn't want to be on e-board for the title. I genuinely wanted to make a change. I didn't win my sophomore year, and that hurt for a while. I gave it everything I had, put every ounce of soul and passion into my speech, but it wasn't my time. It took me a while to understand that, but if I've learned anything from student council, it is that everything happens for a reason. It wasn't easy getting to this point. There were a lot of ups and downs, happy cries and ugly cries, but the day that I was elected exec board president, it was as if the fog had cleared. I knew that after everything I went through, I ended up exactly where I was meant to be. After sophomore year, so many people told me that I would never be on student council again, that it just wasn't right for me. But I knew that this was something that was worth fighting for, and I chose to believe in myself. And that choice is the reason that I'm making this speech today. I'm telling you this because I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to be true to yourself and to follow your goals and passions. High school can be a very overwhelming stage in our lives. We grow in and out of friend groups, find new hobbies and desert old ones. But most of all, we are starting to build our character that defines who we are, what we like, and what we don't. Student council is not for everyone. I'm not trying to say that everyone listening needs to become a student council member. What I'm trying to express to you is more than that. I'm trying to show you the importance of doing what you want because it's right for you. If you want to start a club but think that nobody will join, do it anyway. You'll be surprised to see how many people support you. If you want to join a sports team but you feel like it's too late, reach out to the members of the team. You will see how inclusive people actually are. Sacred Heart has so many beautiful opportunities everywhere we look. You just have to find it within yourself to gather the courage, step outside your comfort zone, and to show everyone what you're capable of. To my e-board, Jordan, Catherine, and Pierce. We have started and continued so many beautiful traditions together. From the prize wheel, the Thanksgiving bake-off, our Mean Girls Halloween, Penny Wars, and e-board yoga. I could not have done this with anyone else. You supported every one of my crazy ideas and always came to meetings with plenty of your own. I remember the day of elections when we hid in the back of the library and we practiced our speeches until the very last second. I remember the excitement on our faces when Ms. Dufresne officially announced that we were the next e-board, even though nobody ran against us. I would do anything to go back to the week in the summer where we decorated the school with posters, paintings, mental health boards, and everything in between. I love the bond that we have created, and one of my favorite memories of senior year will always be us screaming, "Wait, let's take an e-board picture," at every single group event, in and outside of school. I love you guys with my whole heart. Thank you for making this so special. I truly couldn't have done it without you. To my student council, thank you for everything you've done this year. From attending every meeting with a smile on your face, to contributing amazing ideas, and just being incredibly hard workers. I wish we could have done more. I would do anything to have gone to our service trip in the SPCA in April, or to have planned our Jazz Fest at Ash. I'm sorry that we didn't get to do these things, but I want each of you to know that I am so grateful for your hard work this entire year. I wouldn't have been able to accomplish anything without you. To Ms. Dufresne, the best and only moderator I could ever imagine student council having. One of the first things you said to me this year was, "Sophia, this is student council, not Dufresne Council. This is run by your peers and you, not by me." At first, I thought this was a joke, but I soon realized that you gave us full freedom to create everything, from plans to new traditions and everything in between. Whenever we came to you with our out-of-the-box ideas, your answer was most always yes. Thank you for being so supportive of what we wanted to do with student council this year. It couldn't have been possible without you. To the next e-board, enjoy every single moment and opportunity that student council offers you. Set goals not only for yourself, but for student council and your student body during your time together in the summer. Remind yourself and your e-board of these goals throughout the year as often as you need to. It is so easy to let the stress of being a leader consume you, but if you remind yourself of your goals, things will be put into perspective, and you will remember why you wanted to be on student council in the first place. Wear the title of being an e-board member with pride and humility. I know you will do an amazing job, and I can't wait to hear about the things you accomplish. It breaks my heart that I will never be a student wandering the halls at Sacred Heart again. If I had to give one message to everyone that is still a student at Sacred Heart, I would say don't take anything for granted. I know that everyone always says this, and I've heard it a million times myself. But I guess it took me a pandemic and my senior year being cut short to realize that our time at Sacred Heart is truly precious. Your time here is what you make of it. I said it before in my induction speech, and I will say it again because I cannot emphasize enough the importance of this statement. Leadership is not positional. You do not have to be a member of student council to initiate change. There are so many ways to insert yourself around campus and become the leader that you want to be. There are tons of clubs and activities that need leaders, and if there's nothing that sparks your interest, create something of your own. Be the change that you want to see in Sacred Heart. Since I was a freshman, I knew I wanted to be exec board president. I didn't know how on earth I would make it happen, but I knew that it was meant for me. Serving the high school as your president this year has been such a beautiful honor that I will cherish forever. Thank you for making this dream of mine a possibility. Your 2019-2020 president, signing out.